Welcome to this yoga class. My name's Sara, if you don't know me, and today we're going to do some lovely empowering postures, the warriors. So really connecting with that sense of your own power, strength, working with this energy center here, the Manipura energy center, all about willpower and courage and strength. So if you're ready, let's get started and do some warm-ups. So let's start by just shaking out the right hand, just taking the blood flow down into the fingers, and then take that right through the shoulders. So just warming up through the shoulder joint, feeling that into the elbow, and then we'll take it in a full circle. So feel a gentle stretch into the front of the chest, and then pause. And noticing that subtle difference between one side and the other, and let's shake out through the left hand. So allowing that wrist to be loose and free, and then bring that movement through the elbow into the shoulder. Just letting go any tightness there as you breathe out and loosen out that shoulder joint. Shaking's really great for bringing yourself in the present moment and just connecting with your body. And then we'll bring that into both arms. Breathing in, breathing out. Just a couple more. And then we'll pause and do the same through the legs. So take your weight onto one leg and shake out, loosen the ankle joint, work into the toes. Allow the knee to gently shake and loosen, and then finally take that movement all the way down from the hip, through the thigh, the knee, the calf, and into the foot. And maybe you might like to take the leg behind, challenge your balance a little, and then out to the front, and pause. Really nice for strengthening up that other leg, and then we'll do the same on the other side. So you'll naturally just engage your core muscles a little bit, beginning with that ankle and the foot, just letting it go, loosening out, work into the knee, and then finally some gentle shakes right from the hip. Take care with your knee joint as always. Maybe take the leg back if you want to, if you've got enough space. And then finally to the front. And just take a moment now just to release and relax the whole body. Just imagine that you're a dog and you've just come out from a lovely swim, and you're just shaking from the crown of your head right down your spine into the tip of your tail. Give yourself a good shake. Okay, so hopefully already you feel a little bit better, a little bit looser, and you've arrived on your mat. So let's bring a bit of breath into the movement and also a calf stretch. So bring your right foot forward, keep your left foot back, and we're going to take that weight forwards and backwards. And as you come forward, bend the right knee, backwards the left. And then we can add some arms. This is called the eagle breath. So breathing in as you expand through the lungs, open the rib cage, breathe it out. Draw the hands into the heart. So from the side, we've actually got a gentle spinal wave going on here. Make sure that your knees feel comfortable. Take that back foot off the angle a little bit if you need to. And just allow those beautiful arms to expand. And feel that breath just working into the lungs and opening through the whole of the chest. And then we're going to hold and stretch. So push into that left calf. Keep that front knee above your ankle. You can either have your hands on your waist, or if you want a stronger stretch, bringing the shoulders in, just take the palms of the hands up towards the ceiling and look up towards those hands. Feel that delicious stretch through the whole of the body, working particularly into your gastrocnemius. So here, this upper calf muscle. And then we're going to release. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So the left foot comes forward, right foot back. Take that back foot on a bit of an angle, that's it. And then off we go. Distributing the weight, front and then back. Beautiful, powerful movement through the spine, working into the chest and keeping that breath nice and steady. We'll do 2 more. And then the next time we come forwards, let's stretch again. So keep those toes now, push that heel straight back, hands either on your waist or up above your head until you can feel just about an 80% stretch into that back calf muscle. So we never want to overstretch when we do our yoga. Keep it gentle, work with the body. And just breathe and release. Feel that calf, let it go, stretching. And then on and out breath, lowering the arms down and coming out. Okay, so we'll just warm up the legs a little bit, just tapping one side and then the other. And then we'll do a little bit of a challenge for the brain, making sure that your brain's switched on. And we'll take an elbow and then a hand. So elbow to knee, hand to foot. So warming up through the legs, stretching the thighs, working those quadriceps. And then let's swap over and do it the other way. So other knee to elbow and other hand to foot. Just get the heart rate up a little bit of cross activation for the brain and the body. And then we'll take both legs out behind. So alternate hand to alternate toes or foot. Don't worry if you can't quite reach the feet, doesn't matter. Just enjoy warming up the legs and getting those quadriceps in the front of the thighs working. And then we're just going to go towards the soles of the feet, so warming up the inner thighs. So it might be for you like to tap the inner part of the knee or the shin, or if you can get that hip up, then all the way to the outer side of your foot. And then let's extend the leg out. So again, it might be the knee you tap or the shin, or you might just get all the way to the foot there, the toes. And we're warming up those legs and giving the hamstring a stretch. And we'll do one more on each side. And then pause. We're going to bring the right foot out again. Keep the left foot back. And this time we're going up and then coming down. So we're working a little bit more deeply into the hamstring on that right leg. So you can flex the foot up if you want, if you're not getting a strong stretch. But if you are, then just come to wherever's comfortable for you. Remember, we're working on that 80%. And we can use the breath, so breathing out as you come down, breathing in as you come up. Taking care when you do that coming up, just engaging your core. Don't add the back bend unless you know your back is strong. And then the next time we come down, we'll just hold and stretch into the hamstring. So just bringing your body over that right leg, lifting up the toes if you want to, and just enjoying that fabulous stretch down the back of that right leg. We'll just hold for a couple more breaths, and then just refreshing those core muscles, keeping the knees soft as we come up. And then we'll extend the left leg and do the same thing. So breathing in, lifting up, breathing out, coming down. So when we bring a flow into these movements, it's a really nice way of working with the body. So we're not working too hard on these stretches, but we really are warming up and stretching out the major muscles in the body, ready for our strong warrior postures. We'll do 2 more. And then the next time we come forward, let's pause. So for you, if your hamstrings are feeling a bit tight, then just about here might be just great for you. Or you may be able to pop your chin or your nose on the floor. But remember, we're not working at maximum stretch. We don't want to feel that stretch behind the knee or in the sitting bones, just in the main part of your hamstring. And then soften the knees, refresh your core muscles, and come up. Okay. We're just going to work with the upper back, the latissimus dorsi muscle. So for this, just pop your little fingers and your elbows quite close together, feet about hip distance. I'm going to breathe in and breathe out. It's quite simple really, but we just want to keep the elbows and the little fingers quite close. We don't want them to creep too far apart. And then you may just want to pop onto the toes. So bring a bit of balance, warming the calves up, breathing in and breathing out. And just have a sense of turning those palms to the wall behind you and feeling a stretch down the side of the back and into the shoulders as we warm up that latissimus dorsi on each side of the back. Breathing in, breathing out. And this time, if you want to, we're going to hold. So just hold and stretch. Lift through the arms. And then on the out breath, coming down. I'm going to take the legs wide and just start to stretch one way and then the other. So make sure your toes are facing the same direction as your knees. And then if you want to, we can add the arm. So really starting to open up the side of the body, stretch into the intercostal muscles in the rib cage. And make this a really conscious movement, reaching, lengthening through the side of the body. And as well as stretching the upper body, working into the hips. And down into the inner thigh and the hip adductors. So you may find that you can go a little bit further, or that might just be enough for you. You don't need to take the legs too wide. And then we're just going to work with the hands on the thighs and see if we can just get a bit of a stronger stretch into the hip adductors here. Just warming them up gently, stretching them out, taking care with the knees, keeping those abdominal muscles just gently switched on. And then we'll pause in the centre. And if you know your back's comfortable with this, we'll just do a forward bend stretch. Walk the hands out a little, lengthen through the spine. Just enjoy lengthening and stretching the whole of the back of the body. And then walking the hands back. And then toe heel your feet in. So the toes come in, then the heels and the toes until your feet are hip distance apart. Check that you've engaged your pelvic floor and your abdominals are switched on. Tuck the tailbone and let's gently uncurl that spine. Coming up vertebra by vertebra, finishing with the shoulders and the neck until you're standing beautifully tall, feeling that lovely stretch in the whole of the spine. And then we're going to take the hands up and over to one side, over to the other side, back up towards the ceiling, and then breathing out. And then finally, we're just going to give the front of the chest, the pectoralis muscles a stretch. So just clasp your hands or your wrists behind your back, draw your shoulder blades in, and then you can take this as far as you want. So breathe in, and as you breathe out, switch on your core muscles, breathe in again, and as you breathe out with soft knees, just start to come forward. And then if that feels okay and you've not got a shoulder injury, then just allowing the arms to lift, relaxing the head and the neck, if that's okay for you. And then we'll just hold that for a moment or two, And then again, push through those feet, soften the knees, and gradually lift up and release. Okay, so hopefully you're feeling warm. So let's take a look at these warriors. So what we're going to do is we'll look at warrior 1 and warrior 2. So these are brilliant strengthening postures. As I said at the beginning, energetically they just connect you with that amazing inner strength and power, so helping you to stand in your own power. But also physically, they're just brilliant for toning and strengthening the whole body. So we're going to begin with what in Drew Yoga we call warrior 1. Okay, I'm just going to change the camera slightly so that you can see my feet. So begin in a beautiful mountain posture. So feet hip distance apart, soft knees, neutral pelvis. Take a deep in-breath and lengthen the spine. As you breathe out, draw your abdominals in away from your clothing, just about 20%. Give your shoulders a little wiggle. We want to make sure that the shoulders are relaxed and the shoulder blades are together, lifting through the collarbones, and then lengthen into the back of the neck and tuck your chin. And just take a moment to stand in that beautiful mountain posture. Your arms are relaxed by your sides and you're standing strong. And then we're going to step out to the right. So the wider you go, the stronger this is. If you do have any issues with your joints, hips or ankles or knees, then you need to take this very gently and just listen to your body. But it is good for strengthening the joints. So just turn your right toes to face over to the right, and just check that your right heel is in line with your left arch of your left foot. So the hips are still forward, but that right foot is facing towards the right. Okay, and then you'll want to just rotate the left foot just a little bit, so almost like about 60 degrees. That's it. And then from there, we keep the hips nice and forward. The chest is forward. Breathe in, hands come up. Breathe out. Relax the shoulders, make sure your core's still switched on. And then we're going to breathe in again, and this time as we breathe out, we bend the right knee, just the feet if you need to, so there's no pressure on those knees, and the hips remain forward. You've got a nice straight line here from the knee to the hip. So relax the shoulders, release into the neck. Breathe in again, and as you breathe out, just looking down that right hand. So a nice strong warrior 1. Just hold that for a moment. Make sure that that right knee doesn't overshoot your right foot. And push into the outside edge of that left leg. Hips stay forward. Nice open chest. And then from here we do 3 movements. We take the hands above the head, swivel the hips, and just turn those left toes to the side. And this becomes our warrior 2. I'll just turn to face camera so you can see me. So here we have warrior 2, lifting through the chest, relaxing those shoulders, making sure that you're not overarching or pinching into your lower back, and feeling that lovely sense of openness into the front of the chest. If you want to, you can look up to those hands. Just keep pushing into that back foot, making sure you've not got too much weight on the front. We're making sure as well that that right knee isn't overshooting the right ankle. So you've got a really lovely alignment into the body. And then coming out. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So bring yourself into a lovely mountain posture again. Check through that alignment. It's really important when we do our warriors that we start in a lovely mountain posture and we've got that alignment in place. And this time we're going to step out to the left. So stepping out, swivel that left foot, and we want to bring that left heel in alignment with your right medial arch, that right foot. So we've got a nice straight line there, and then take that right foot off the angle, so the knees kind of going in that direction, and then there's no pressure on those knees, but you're keeping those hips forward. So breathe in, and as you breathe out, switch your core on. We'll breathe in again. Breathe out, arms go out to the side. Relax the shoulders. And we'll breathe in, and as we breathe out, bend that left knee. Just adjust the back foot as you need to. And when you feel really stable and your weight is distributed evenly between both feet, breathe in, and as you breathe out, look down that left hand. Feel that strength, that power in that posture. Working to strengthen through the legs, open into the chest, connecting with that lovely inner power, inner strength. And then from here, we're going to take the hands up above the head, swivel the hips to the left, and adjust that back foot. So you can have your hands at the forehead or at the chest if you prefer, particularly if your lower back gets a bit tweaky, or you don't want to raise your hands over your head if it makes you dizzy. So just put your hands wherever's comfortable, making sure you continue to push into that back leg. We've got a nice distribution of weight down the centre of the body. And just hold, feel that sense of strength and openness into the front of the body. And then swivel the feet forward, toes forward, and we'll just do a lovely wide angle forward bend to finish. Taking a breath, keep your knees soft, allowing that lovely stretch and release into the lower back. And then toe heel the feet together until they're hip distance apart. Refresh your core muscles, tuck the tailbone under and uncurl the spine one more time. And just relax, just becoming aware of your body, standing on your mat. Feel your feet connected to the mat. Notice your body, breathing. Noticing any subtle sensations in the body following doing that lovely yoga posture. And then you might like to just take yourself down onto the floor and hug your knees in and release off the lower back. So just doing a lovely circle into the sacrum, first in one direction and in the other direction, maybe rocking sideways, forwards and backwards. I'm just enjoying that pressure working through the sacrum, and then popping your feet on the floor about hip distance apart. Take the hands out to the sides a little bit, and we're just going to take the knees first one side and then the other. So breathing in, and as you breathe out, take the knees over to the right and look towards the left. Breathing in as the knees come up, breathing out and coming the other way. So just a really nice way of releasing off the lower back, just stretching the side of the body. Keeping the movement coordinated with your breath. And then coming back to center, taking yourself into a beautiful corpse pose, the Savasana, or if you prefer, you can take yourself down onto your tummy in the Makarasana, the crocodile. And just allow yourself to have a few moments, just being aware of your body lying on your mat, bringing your awareness to your breath. Just allowing yourself to settle and relax. Just stay here as long as you like. Hopefully see you again soon for another short yoga class.